Hello, this is Niamh with the Rainbow Cauldron, and this is. Who are you? Seamus. Yeah, and how old are you, Seamus?
7.
7. Okay, so this is kind of a little bit my first vlog for my channel, and I had actually made an intro before, but I didn't like the way that it came out, so I just kind of scrapped it and haven't really revisited it. So a kind of a quick, short intro on me. Uh, my name is Niamh, and I've been a practicing witch since 1999, and I'm fairly new to tarot reading, but I think I've been studying it for years, but it never really clicked for me until the last few years. And in the last year or so, I've been reading for other people, and there we go. And I've really been enjoying doing the daily and weekly readings for everyone. But as you've noticed, things have kind of been slowing down a little bit with the daily and weekly readings, particularly because we're going through a pretty big move right now. And I have 3 kids, and Seamus is my oldest, so I have a 4-year-old and a baby. So I'm pretty busy, but we're moving from. Currently, we live in San Diego County in Southern California, and we're moving all the way to New Hampshire. So it's a pretty big move, and the move won't happen until July. But our house goes on the market this week, actually. So we've been doing a lot of hard work, and if it sells soon, then and we aren't able to get rent back, then we'll have to move into a little like an extended stay hotel or something. Um, so um, yeah, but I do kind of hope it sells quickly, so we can get started. So so yeah, so our house is like almost empty right now. I mean, if I could zoom around, our this office area looks pretty empty. There's no more furniture over there. Like, not that you guys knew what it looked like before, but yeah, it's been pretty empty lately. Try to get my camera back to where it was. Um, this was a little this way. Okay. Okay, so yeah, it's pretty empty here, and my son is all over the place right now. So, um, oh, you like his shirt? He's a big Doctor Who fan. Yeah.
What?
You're a big Doctor Who fan, aren't you?
Can you see my face in the...
No. You look at the camera. Say yeah.
Yeah.
Who's your favorite Doctor?
Mm-hmm.
You don't know? Yes, you do.
What? What?
I thought you liked the 10th Doctor the best. No?
Well, that's just because I got his screwdriver. That's why I got his haircut.
Yeah, well, your hair's not styled right now, but he recently got a haircut to look like the 10th Doctor, because he used to have real long hair, and we just recently got a big haircut. So there we go. And when it's styled, he styles it in a way that looks a lot like David Tennant. But anyway, so so since we're moving, I had to pack up pretty much all of my altar stuff, and I also had to pack up the majority of my tarot cards. And so I only have, I think, 4 decks out now. I think it's the Anna K Tarot, which I've been using in the videos, the Golden Universal, um, Wildwood, I mean, because that was the last reading that I had done before we started packing, so it was already out. And I also kept out the Druidcraft Tarot deck. So that's out along with my Gita deck and the Animal Oracle. So, but another thing that we did so that we could still celebrate the Esbats and the Sabbats and maybe have a little bit of spell supplies is Seamus and I made some travel altars. Okay, so mine first, and on top of right here we have this altar cloth that I'm currently still working on. I embroidered this really cool, um, yeah, show it, really cool Ouija board on it. So, and I'm probably going to put some embroideries all around it as well. Here we go. Let me situate this back to where it was. Okay, so this is my travel altar, and right now I have this standing out because I had some incense going. I have a selenite as the actual altar part, the little mini altar, and then I have the incense just went out. But I have a little incense holder, and inside here I have a tube of tiny incense that go in there. Okay, and let me just dust this off because it's got incense on it. Okay, so that's my selenite altar. Here, I'll open it. And inside, I don't know if you can see what it looks like here. There's barely any room in here, and it's actually roomier than it normally is because I have the selenite out. Usually it's right there on the bottom, so there we go. I will show the spell book in a minute, the mini spell book that I made. So I have one altar cloth in here. I am bringing a couple other altar cloths. Actually, I have another one down here that needs major ironing, so it's super wrinkly and you won't be able to really see anything. But this one, it's got a big leafy piece in the center, peace sign in the center, and then over here we have a leafy tree to represent earth, and then over here I have a dragonfly to represent air. Down at the bottom where it's real wrinkly, I have a sea turtle for water, and down at the over on the bottom side over here I have a sun to represent fire. So that's kind of my elemental altar cloth that I worked on, that I've been working on. Don't worry about those. And this one, the one that I have packed in my altar cloth, I think I'm done with it. I might do something on the top and the bottom the sides of this, but here we go. And this is, I embroidered a pretty butterfly skull with flowers and stuff on there, and this really cool design on the top and the bottom with the same colors. So that's really very cool. I have it in the weekly reading, I think. Okay, and then let me fold this up. And next in my altar here, I have some little baggies for some spell or mojo bags, things like that. This one actually I recently used this for a spell, but I'm going to wash it a little bit and reuse it now that that spell is over with. So I've got these. Let me move this down a little bit so we can see. Okay. I'll set this to the side. That's my son's altar, travel altar. We'll do that one in a minute. And then inside here, you can see more. I have a bunch of herbs from our garden. I decided to pack up some herbs from our garden since we're not going to live here anymore, so we won't have that garden anymore. And it's going to take a while when we move to grow these same plants. So I stuffed a bunch into little bags. This one is lavender. That's lavender. This is rosemary. This is holy basil or tulsi, which is it's a Hindu, it's sacred for Hindus. And as you know, when you've seen some of my videos, that I do incorporate Hinduism into my spirituality. This, I think, yes, this is yarrow, so that's great. And I have feverfew right here. And finally, I have mugwort. And I actually took a big jar of mugwort too, but I packed that up. So there's the herbs. And I have some, oh, I guess I'll do the candles. I just have a pack of candles here. I basically packed colors that I assumed I might have the most use for, trying to keep it minimal though. I do have the gold and silver for Esbats. I also have 2 whites for all-purpose spells, a black candle for banishing. I have 2 greens, mostly for prosperity and luck and things like that. And I also have a yellow one here for calming, clear thoughts, you know, creativity, those sorts of energies there. So I have that. For the stones, you want to help me, Seamus? You want to help me lay out these stones right here? Where? Okay, so what kind of stone is this? Yes, you do. Look at it. What kind of stone is that?
Obsidian.
Snowflake obsidian, right?
Right.
So I have a snowflake obsidian. I have a garnet. I'm pretty garnet. I have this citrine crystal. Okay. I've got a sodalite. I like sodalite for like calming energies and peacefulness. Of course, we have an amethyst. And what do you think this is? It's pink.
Rose quartz.
Rose quartz, that's right. We have a rose quartz here. I have a little tiny amethyst geode thing and it only has one little dot of purple on there. It doesn't have, you know, a whole bunch of purple. It's got just one little dot. And I have an aventurine. And what's that one?
Carnelian.
Carnelian, that's right, carnelian. You want to lay that one down next to those? And last one, what's that? Oh, oops. It just fell on the floor. What is it?
Tiger's eye.
Tiger's eye, that's right. Tiger's eye that's seen some rough days, apparently. Okay, so that's the stones. I also have a lighter in here, of course, for the candles. And I have these little travel incense things, and this actually fits inside the box on top, the little candle holder. I mean, not candle, incense holder. That actually goes inside, sits right on top of these little mini incense things. Pretty cool. I actually found this because I didn't even know I had it. And these are they're small, and they fit just nice and neatly in this little holder. So there we go, and I can put this back in there. Wait, Seamus, I will get those. Okay, and then we have, of course, I have 2 little candle holders in here, chime candle holders. I put 2 in there instead of 1. Particularly for the full moon rituals, because I use both the gold and silver candles for those to represent God and Goddess energy. So, so I have 2 candles over there. Oh, and I have a quartz crystal right here. And I have this little, this used to be a necklace, but it actually, the hoop for it broke off completely. So now it's just a little standing, all on its own. The hoop used to be right here, but you can see that it broke off. And this used to be one of my favorite necklaces because this pentacle it was really leafy. And there used to be, oh, actually, this is the correct side, I think. No, this side. The leaves on here used to be have this like um, green color to them, but I've had it for years, so eventually that greenness kind of went away. But it was pretty cool, and now I'm just using it as a mini, putting on top of the altar, just the pentacle, So there we go. I also have another pentacle necklace in here. This was mainly because I found this while we were cleaning, so I just tossed it in my travel altar, and I'll put it on a necklace. And I also have a little goddess symbol. I don't have a god symbol, which I hope I wish I did. Put those down. I will get to them in a second. I wish I did have a god little statue thing, but I just have this Venus Willendorf, so that's to represent the goddess. Oh, I do, now that I think of it, I do have a Ganesha charm on a necklace, but that's been packed. So, okay, so now I have little vials of stuff. I have a little vial of moon water, holy water. It's kind of hard to see in the focus of this. There we go. Moon water. And hold on, wait, I'll get to it. I also have rosemary oil that I've made. I wanted to get this before we moved, and I had to dump my supply because I made this, so I kind of want to use as much as I can out of it. So rosemary oil. Right here we have some sea salt. Here we go, little sea salt. Hold on. Let's see. Nutmeg. Okay. Cinnamon. Can you name the next thing you're going to give me? Thyme. Thyme. A little bit of thyme here. All we need is thyme, right? And what's this?
Allspice.
Allspice. Allspice. And we got allspice here. Okay. And that is the contents of my travel altar. So I'm going to show it right here. I'm going to put that here, little altar there, just to get a good view of it. There's everything that fit inside this container here. Barely though, and I'll just show you why with my spell book here in a minute. But yeah, I have the spell book. I have one altar cloth, but I am traveling with more altar cloths. I have a selenite, which will be used as an altar. What I'm going to do is we'll have the pentacle right there in the middle. We can have a candle here, candle there if need be, but probably unless we're doing full moon rituals, we'll just have the one candle on there. One candle. This, maybe some herbs or something if we're doing a spell. Maybe there's enough room for one or two stones, like maybe a rose quartz there. So yeah, so this is my little mini altar, and it's made out of a selenite. The selenite is great because it really enhances energies of things. So I think it's perfect for to place things above, because it kind of resonates the energies of what we put on top of it. So okay, so there we go. There's my little travel altar. Seamus, let's do yours. Come here. And I want you to go through these, okay? Now say hello. It's my turn.
Hello, it's my turn now.
Okay. So this is your altar. Let's look at the outside real quick. This is his. Usually he holds a deck of tarot cards in here, but we decided to use this for his travel altar. First things first, what do we have in here?
My travel spell book.
Which we will go through when we go through my spell book too. Okay. And what's in here? Oh, you got the camera's right here, Seamus.
My stones are on here.
And what stones do you have?
We have a dragon's eye.
Oh, yeah, this is for my game, so probably not a real stone, but there we go.
And we have some slate that we haven't blessed yet.
Oh. What's that?
And this is a quartz crystal I found just like this.
I think it's a quartzite.
Yeah,
Quartzite?
quartzite.
What's that? Kind of looks like a moonstone, but I'm not sure. What else do you have? It's that one. Just a little pebble. What's this? Looks like carnelian.
Carnelian.
Yeah. Another pebble. And you got a bead in here.
Yeah, that I accidentally brought home from a friend.
Oh yeah. And then
Yeah.
oh, what's this?
My flip god symbol and goddess symbol
So
thing.
it's a flip coin that has the goddess symbol on one and the god symbol on the other. You know, I think this came in the that Teen Witch kit that Silver Ravenwolf does. You know, not that I'm endorsing that, but you know, but yeah, it was kind of a cute little kit. So yeah, it had a little. I wish there were two separate ones, a goddess coin and a god coin, because then you could put both on your altar, right? And we also have some excess, because I made two of these each. I made another rosemary oil, moon water, and sea salt. So you've got your own set of those. Oops. Okay, what's next? What is this?
A bowl.
It's your offering bowl, right?
Right.
But this will be great for rituals. And we can kind of combine that with my altar there. And what's that?
This is a little pentacle.
This is a pentacle. This was when I was making your Book of Shadows, right? And I made this pentacle, but it was on a fabric that something happened to it, so I had to cut off this design, and then I redid it on something else for your Book of Shadows, and I gave this to you, right?
Right, and this is my altar cloth.
Let's see your altar cloth. So here is Seamus's altar cloth. It's pretty cool, huh?
Yeah.
Where'd you get it?
You made it.
Yeah, I made your altar cloth. Pretty cool, huh? And it's actually double-sided, isn't it? Because what's on the other side? It's pretty cool, just the opposite fabric. But why did we go with orange?
Because at that time my favorite color was orange.
Yeah, so we went with orange, and I liked blue with it. Right, close that. Let's not open your liquids, especially over this stuff, okay? Here we go. All right, so let's put all your stuff away, right? This goes in there. So those were our travel altars, and now we're going to show our spell books, the spell books that we made, right? Right. Well, let's show mine first, so we can. Well, let's show them together here for a minute. Let's open my travel thing here. Here's them side by side. Hold on. Here's mine, and it's got several pages in there. And there's Seamus's. It's a little mini version of it. Seamus's travel spell book. It's much smaller there, but pretty cool. Okay, so let's try. Why don't you stand over here so I can have an easier time doing this? Okay, so with my book, I stayed up until like 1:30 in the morning on, I think it was Thursday, that I No, it was Wednesday night. I stayed up until 1:30 making the book part of this, binding it and things like that. And then on Thursday morning, before we started doing a lot of the packing that day, I did a lot of the scrapbooking on it and the cover and the designs and things like that. And now, and I have the sections here. The first page is this one, and it says steampunk spells because this is from the these this scrapbooking stuff is from the steampunk spells from Graphic 45. So I have that here, and then right here it says steampunk spells, and then I embellished there. And this paper is actually from a different set. Now the first section, and you know, I watch a lot of these scrapbooking videos, and I noticed that a lot of them, you know, they don't really write in theirs because you know a lot of it's just for looks. But this is very much something that's supposed to be functional. So I did make it so that I am writing in these. So the first, I mean, I'm obviously going to redo. This is just in pencil for right now, so excuse me. So this is changeable, of course. And the first page is a table of contents. I have the 3 sections in here, one for correspondences, one for rituals, and one for spells. Excuse me, my throat. So so I got colors, color correspondences. I've got stones. I've got herbs, uh, moon phases, which I haven't really filled out yet, and planets haven't filled out yet. I've got symbols here. Symbols will be going here, and more symbols here, but specifically the Ogham or Ogham, however you pronounce it, and the runes will go right here. And then I have 2 pages of by intent, correspondences by intent, which I'm still filling out. So there we go. And then the next section is rituals. So I scrapbooked this page. So I thought that was cool. And this is actually a little pocket here. Can't really see, but that's a pocket for a tag or something that might have a ritual on it. So the first page will, these 2 pages will be a short full moon ritual, and then I have all of the Sabbats, Yule, Imbolc, Ostara, Beltana, Litha, Lamas, Mavin, and Samhain. And the next page is the next section, which is spells. And right here, I have this little offshoot book that basically just has the contents. And this said, something wicked this way comes. And, you know, these, like I said, a lot of these I see people just leave them blank because they just like, you know, it's just for decoration. But as I said, this is something that's very much functional for me, so I'm actually writing in it. And the contents of this, initially I was not going to scrapbook the spells section, except for the cover page like all the other sections, but I was going to do the same thing I did with the other sections and just have written stuff in this section. But the idea occurred to me that it's pretty limiting to have just specific spells in here. So I thought it would be a better idea if each page was just a type of spell, like banishing or money or something like that, and had pockets in there, just like this page actually has pockets too. See, pocket, and there's a pocket behind this book too. Have little pockets, and then that way I could have little cards or tags that have different spells on the back of them, and that way I can exchange it with my my bigger Book of Shadows. So So, all right, so, but the first page I did keep written, and the first one is just an all-purpose candle and herb spell. And right here, I still have to write this, but it's how to do a spell mojo bag. And that way it's a little bit of a how-to in the beginning for certain types of spells. In the next section, we have banishing spells. And I have a little pocket here for a spell that I will eventually put something in here. I'm going to cover this with not fabric, but blank paper, and maybe make a page or two in here so I can write a type of spell in there that will fit under the banishing category. So there's a pocket here for a spell, and there's also a pocket right here for a spell, and there's a pocket behind for a spell for banishing spells. Okay, so that's banishing. The next section is divination, psychism, and astral work, which I have not completed this page yet. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to have a strip right here for a pocket, and I will have vertical pockets this way. There will probably be about 3 of them going that way, so I can tuck the little cards in the side. Okay, so the next section, this page is actually a little loose. I might put something here in here to bind this here. And this is dreams and sleep. And I have a single card here, which on the back I'm going to cover and write the spell. And that's going right there. And then right here I have a little, again, I usually see these in videos where people have left this blank because it's mostly decorative, but I'm going to be using it. And this says, so very curious. And this is, on here I'm going to put a spell for probably remembering dreams. Because this says so very curious, so that's what made sense to me, and that's the back, and I'm going to cover it with some paper that I'll be writing in. Okay, and the next page is happiness and peace. Happiness, peaceful, cooperation, that kind of stuff. You know, initially when I was doing these pages, um, I was doing some pretty specific spell categories, and I was thinking that, you know, I'm just not going to have enough space for that. So I shortened them, and I kind of combined things into different categories. Like in the happiness and peace spells, I might have a spell for uh, making sure, you know, everyone is cooperating. You know, especially we're going to be doing a really long road trip, so I want some peace and quiet probably, and you know, so some kids behaving, you know, that's stuff I might put in the happiness and peace section, and other things similar to that. Um, Peace of mind or clear thoughts I might put in happiness and peace. So here we have a big pocket all the way across, and of course so I can put it there too. And in the back I have a pretty big pouch that I created here, and it closes up, opens. I can put, I could probably put a couple spells in here because this is actually a pretty big pouch. And this page is this page is actually what made my book bust open, because as I said, I wasn't planning on scrapbooking this section. I was only planning on scrapbooking the 3 divider pages, you know, for correspondences, rituals, and spells. And the middle parts were going to be blank. Well, I mean, written in. But you know, I changed my mind. But because I changed my mind, my book was not big enough to hold all this scrapbooking stuff. So it actually busted open right there, and I had to tape it shut. So you know, it's not as pretty as it was, unfortunately. But oh well. And the next page, this is um, healing. So I can't, don't know if you can see that. Healing. And there we go. We've got this cool clockwork thing on the bottom. Here we have some gears, and here we have some like a damask pattern. And so there's a pocket here for a spell, and this one is going to open up. So we got a pocket here for a spell. We got another pocket here. This is actually going to go on the protection page because this is going to be for traveling. But I don't have the protection page scrapbooked yet, so I have to put it here in the healing section. And then we have a one in the back too. So we'll put right there, right here. So lots of pockets for the healing section. 3 pockets. Money, I still have yet to scrapbook this page. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to do the same thing I did with the dreams page, where I'm going to put a big strip of paper, cardstock right across here, and have him tucked in that way. Because you know all these heavy scrapbooking pages, like especially this one, you know my book doesn't exactly have room for all of that. So I'm gonna do a simple one on this page. Protection, I'm going to do the same thing that I'm going to do on the divination and psychism astrowork page. Whereas this one, I'm going to have vertical pockets going this way. This one, vertical pockets going that way, along with the strip at the bottom. So that'll be cool. And here, the last spell page, we have success and luck. And let me grab another card to show how this will go. Right here is actually a pocket, but it's also a permanent charm right here. I'm going to write in here just a permanent charm. Good fortune for you. That just seemed appropriate for the spells for the success and luck section. So there we go, and there's a pocket back here, and here's a slanted pocket right there for a spell. So there we go. There's that, and let me put this back over here. And finally, the back cover, I just have a pretty regular design, some clockwork here. Right here, these are actually little pockets here, the first small things, because I have these 2 little scrapbook things. These were keyholes that I was going to put on the front and back of this. And what I was going to do, I was going to put it here, right here, and one like right here on the back. And I was going to have a ribbon going all the way around from here, all the way through here, going through the keyhole and then tying it right here. But I packed my ribbons. So so much for that idea. So now I gotta put this in here. Okay, Seamus, you want to show your spell book? Come here, your turn. Okay, so show everyone your spell book. So you see the front, and you helped me pick out what you wanted on here, right? Right?
Right.
Yeah. So what on here did you ask for specifically?
Well, I didn't pick this.
Yeah, I put the gears on there. I thought it looked good. But you wanted the spider, right? And the Halloween stamp. So this little booklet actually started out. I was making a little thing for my spell book. I was going to make a small book to tuck in here, but it turned out a lot bigger than I was expecting. So then I asked Seamus if he wanted his own little spell book, and so we basically did the same thing with that. So what's the first page? You want to hold this up? What's the first page? Open it. Okay. So let's show that. So he's got some spell cards in here too. On the back, we're gonna write a spell on there, and then right here, each page has a little pocket in the front. What does this one say right here?
Something wicked this way comes.
Yep. Let's see the next page. Oops. Yeah, goes that way. And we got that bird cage in the front, and then with a pocket. What's it say on the front of that?
Eye of Newt.
Eye of Newt. And the back says
Thorn of a Rose.
Thorn of a Rose, and it's a little booklet. So we'll have a spell in there. And then what does that say?
Spooky.
Spooky. And there's a pocket there too for a spell. What does that say?
Double toil and trouble. Fire burn and cauldron bubble.
Yeah, that's right. And that's from Shakespeare. Did you know that? This one, he's got a little, he asked for that little frog right here, so I thought it was pretty appropriate to put the booklet that had a frog on there. So,
To a frog and man.
and man. So there we go. And that's the back right there. So there's your little book. Seamus's little travel book.
Mom,
What? And we've, I started writing down what kind of spells we might put in here, what kind of travel spells we might want to have. Let me just knock this over here a little bit.
this is not from Shakespeare.
Oh,
It's from Harry Potter.
well, it's actually from Shakespeare. Harry Potter got it from Shakespeare. Okay?
Oh.
Oh. Seamus is a pretty big Harry Potter fan.
Yeah, I'm reading it.
Yeah, what book are you on?
The last one.
When are you allowed to watch the movies?
When I finish the book.
Yeah. After each movie, you were allowed to see after each book, you were allowed to see the movie, right?
Right.
So anyway, so there we go. That's my super long vlog showing you my travel altar, Seamus's travel altar, our little spell books. He showed them your spell book. Spell book. All right, thank you so much for bearing with me. Again, I'm so sorry about all of the late or missing videos. We've been so busy these last couple weeks that it's been almost impossible to get these daily and weekly readings out. I might just stick with some weekly readings for a little while, since I only need to make one video for that. And I might pick up daily readings a little bit later on. There we go. And thank you so much for watching. And blessed be. Say blessed be.
Blessed be.
Blessed be.